What is going on, LEGO investors? So every so often I like to make these kind of videos because I want to inform newbies coming into the investing market, specifically the LEGO investing market, that you need to have some self-control. A lot of people entering, which they're typically young. There's two kinds. There's the young individuals who just want to go balls to the walls, and then you've got maybe the mom, the boss mom who wants to start a side hustle, and they read and watch videos how everyone's doing awesome, making bank with their Lego sets, and then they spend a ton of money that they can't really afford to. So this is not financial advice. You should never ever take anything I say or anyone on YouTube. You should never take financial advice from them. You need to do your own research. You need to do your own due diligence. You need to make these decisions. You should not base it off other people's investing styles. So essentially what I'm coming down to is you need to have a budget. You need to not overextend yourself because you can end up in a very bad situation. And an easy way to overextend yourself is by putting items on your credit card. You might say to yourself, oh, I'll pay these back later and I'll earn money. No, that's not the case a lot of times. And I'm sure you're saying, well, brick investing, aren't you in credit card debt? And don't you have overextend yourself? Yeah, I have. There's no doubt. I do not deny that. A lot of you know my situation. I was out of work because I'm sick, and unfortunately I will be sick for the rest of my life, and I had to take a giant gamble because I needed to earn money to help me float by. So yeah, I did take that risk. I leveraged myself. It did work out, but you have to understand, if this happened to me again, well, technically I'm always going to be sick, so if I had to do this again where I had no other options, I would not do it in this market. When I was doing that, it was a different kind of market. The market was hot, things were selling like crazy, Lego wasn't mass producing, but now the market has changed. And as investors, you need to adapt. You need to understand that just because in the past you made bank, you're not going to make bank in the future. So I always recommend that you should have a budget for Lego investing, and this should be a side hustle / side investment. You should always have your Roth IRA, your 401k, everything built up, and then you allocate a portion of your money into this. So just set a limit and stick to it, and don't over leverage yourself. Do not go in credit card debt. I'm working on mine. It's almost gone. We still got a long ways to go, but I just want newbies entering the market to understand that this is not safe. The market is very brutal right now. You need to have a budget, and you need to stick to that budget. Regardless if you see sets going on sale that you really, really like, a lot of times I see individuals on Facebook where they'll set an amount each year, and then they'll spend a portion of that or spend all of it because they really, really like a set, and then boom, the next week you get an amazing sale on a great set, and then they'll say, well, I'll just add it to my credit card and I'll pay it off as I sell. It doesn't work that way. That is a huge risk, and you should not do that. I see all the time on Facebook of individuals that have to liquidate their inventory to pay rent, pay their bills. They over leverage themselves. And I see this a lot in the Pokemon investing forums and groups. I also invest in Pokemon, and I have other side hustles that I do. I need to make money, so this is kind of just everything that I do. But they over leverage themselves thinking that they're going to hit it big, and that it never comes. And with Lego how it is nowadays, you're really going to struggle. It's harder to make money. We're going to see a lot of people drop out. Some of our subscribers, or some of my subscribers, have said that they've dropped out. And that's very sad. But hey, if you don't think you can make money or do that, then I really, really admire your decision to drop out or maybe make adjustments. So I previously would invest 100, or I would buy 100 of each set that I really, really liked. Now in today's market, I'm looking at maybe 10 max, maybe 20. I'm not going to go hard like I did in the past because it's a different time. Lego is producing an insane amount. So this is where I need your help. I need you to comment down below. I would love to hear how much you allocate a year into Lego investing on average. So please comment down below. It will definitely help the channel and really help out our community. So right now, I've got a max budget of about $5,000 I invest a year. I'm probably going to lower that amount because I think the market is going to get worse and worse. So I'm going to lower my inventory levels and then pick it up maybe raise it up once things start improving. So I'm really curious to know what yours is and how you invest. I try to make sure I get that Roth filled first, and then I move on to Lego and other side hustles. If I wasn't able to submit my money into my Roth IRA each year, then I would not do this. There's no doubt in my mind. And it is an absolute struggle. But you got to have a limit. You have to just be careful. So now that we've kind of discussed that and my thoughts and opinions on that, we need to take a look at, types of levels of investing. How much is too much? Do you think $5,000 is too much? Do you think $2,000 is too much? This is the stuff I want to hear. Is there anyone that's investing, $10,000 or more? I would love to hear that, and I would love to hear how well you do, or if you are struggling. We don't judge on this channel, so any information is appreciated. So we'll say going forward, my budget could be anywhere from $1,000 to maybe $5,000. Now, next year, I don't know how well that's going to be. I might only be able to invest $1,000. So I would have to figure out what kind of sets I would want to invest in. You have a variety of levels in investing, and each level has a huge amount of risk. So right now, the low level sets, $20, $25 or less, micro fighters and just random type sets just tend to not do well. So I stick with BrickHeads for my low value set. And then I think the next level beyond that is more the $60 to $80 range, and I really stick with display type sets, because displays, there's big money in sets, and then there's also, I can include army building sets, but I set a limit on that one. If some army building sets are less than $30 or less than $40, I typically don't invest in them because there's too much inventory. And then next, the $200 range, I look at sets like the NASA Artemis Space Launch System. I think this is a great investment. I think there's money on the table with this. But when you get to these levels, I really don't pass 260. I really don't go above that, because beyond that level, it's too risky. In this range, you don't see these types of sets go on sale, so that's a tough one. And then you have to look at it as the perspective of, how can I double my money the most? $260, you're going to struggle to double your money with this set. You're going to struggle to double your money with a $200 set. It's a lot easier when you set a limit, and you could double a set that you pick up for $60. It's a lot easier to hit 120 than if you were to hit 520. 520 is a lot of money for this set. I don't think you're going to double your money with this set. I don't think you're going to double your money with a ton of sets. I think it will be very, very rare occasion now in today's environment to double your money when you're probably $150 or above. Back in the day, yeah, it would have been easy. There's no doubt you would hit a lot of grand slams. But in today's environment, and this is why I say you have to stick to a budget, because you can easily veer off that path and really dig yourself a hole thinking that you're going to make bank when you're not. A lot of these big YouTubers, and this is why I make these videos, or I should say it's a portion, I don't believe the big YouTubers. You know who I'm talking about. You absolutely know who I'm talking about. I don't think they tell the truth a whole lot. Some of them do, but some of them, I think they just do it for the views and say that they earn thousands of dollars when in fact they do not. So you have to have a budget and realistic expectation. So the next level beyond this would probably be in the $600 range. Or actually, I need to go back a little. You've got a level before the 200s of the $150 range, like these display type sets. Again, this is tough. You're not going to double your money with this set. I don't think there's any set that you could double your money with $100 or above right now. Maybe Rivendell, maybe the Barad-dûr might be able to, but that's 4 years down the line. You don't know what's going to happen. So you have to have realistic expectations on your sets. I have always said in a lot of my videos, I am a small profit type investor. I am happy with $20. $20 is a lot of money to me. If I can move 100 units and earn $20, I'm happy with that than trying to hold it off, hoping, praying that, I'll earn $50. The days of $50 profits are long gone. You're gonna hit some. It's inevitable, but I want to say those days are over. So the $500, the $600, $100 range is probably the Barad-dûr, and then, the Eiffel Tower type set. I don't think the Eiffel Tower is going to be good. I think it's just too expensive, and you have to look at it as the price point. How can I double my money? Am I going to earn a decent return on this? I just don't think there is. I would rather much invest in 10 helmets at $60 a piece than buy the Eiffel Tower. The Lord of the Rings Barad-dûr, I think this could be an exception. I think this is going to be those one-off situations. I think there's at minimum $100 at play, maybe more. But this is where it gets risky, and this is why I say you have to stick to a budget. You have to stick to a plan. And then the next level beyond this is, $849 for the Millennium Falcon. I personally know people who think that they're going to double their money with this set, and I think it's just ludicrous. Nobody's going to pay $1,600 for this. Maybe if they never make a large Millennium Falcon like this, there's a chance. But it's Lego. They continuously remake sets and reprint sets over and over again. We're going to get I wouldn't be surprised if we get a $1,500 Millennium Falcon eventually, or maybe $2,000. That's absolutely insane. I think Lego just hasn't done it yet because they're going to receive a lot of backlash, but it's coming. I mean, I think it is going to happen. So anyways, I digress. These are the different types of levels. You need to have a plan. You need to have a budget. You need to stick to it. You need to understand that you spend more money, it can earn you a lot of money, but the risk is it might not earn you anything, and if you would have put that money elsewhere into a cheaper set, you could have came out above. So anyways, that's pretty much all I got to say with this video. I would love to hear how much you allocate a year, what's your limit, maybe do you set a monthly limit? I know people that invest in Pokemon cards that they have a monthly limit of they spend $100 a month on Pokemon cards, and they don't go beyond that. And I'm curious to know what everyone else does. I have a limit. I went crazy ordering stuff before. That was a different time, but now I have to adjust and adapt if I want to stay in business. And that's something that you have to do as an investor. If you do not adapt, you will lose every time. So I appreciate you watching. I was kind of all over the place on this video, but shout out to everyone that does comment. Shout out to everyone that likes the video, watches it. It really, really helps the algorithm, and I appreciate you, and I hope you have a great day. But as always, please do your own research, have some fun, make some money.
Video is not financial advice. Any statements made are my views and is for entertainment purposes only and should not be taken as financial advice. Do your own research before making any financial investments.